Hello everyone, this is Daniel Lim from Better Investing Academy. So Palantir has released their results on 6 May, all right, 6 May 2024, which is on Monday. Well, I personally think that they released a very fantastic result, but just somehow, okay, their share price tumbled 15%. Yeah, so in this video, okay, let's assess together how do they do, okay, for this quarter 1 2024, and let's discover the reasons why, okay, their share price, okay, dropped 15%. Okay. Now, as usual, okay, we will go through with the company news and then we will go through the financial results and then we will dig further, okay, what's really happening by reading the earnings call and other information we need to know and then see whether despite the share price drop, okay, are they still reasonably valued or undervalued already? Okay, so we check on their valuation and then I'll give you a summary, okay, on my view, okay, on their this quarter 1 2024 results. All right, so let's start with the company news. So number one, all right, we can see that yes, okay, we know all of us know that Palantir dropped 15%, all right, on this day lah, yeah. So what's really happening? So let's go through the financial results. Now, I personally think, okay, there is a really good results. Okay, there's nothing disappointing, yeah. And the highlight, okay, of their this quarter is actually on their commercial side, and more specifically is the US commercial. All right, okay, you see, US commercial, okay, their total revenue grow 40%, 40% year over year. That's considered high growth already. Okay. And in terms of the customer count, all right, that means how many customers that they managed to get, all right, they managed to grow it by 69% year over year. All right. Then the remaining deal value, all right, also increased 74%, and then because of the revenues that they got, because of the number of customers they managed to grow, they managed to close 286 million, okay, in terms of total contract value. Yeah, and this is increased by a whopping 131% year over year. It shows us it's a very huge increase. All right. And then what else? Yeah, US commercial deals. Right? US commercial deals, they managed to close 136 deals. But if you compare it, all right, on the previous year, okay, they managed to grow it by 94%. So overall, their US commercial is actually, okay, growing very well, growing very well. Yeah, so this is the highlight of this quarter. Now, so let's look at it from the graph, right? From the graph. So as we already mentioned, the commercial revenue growth in total, okay, because just now, just in case you all confused, this was only because commercial, there's US and other countries. That's how Palantir separates it. So what we are showing here is only on the US side. Okay, so the next graph here is taking into account the total commercial revenue growth. So if take it in the total and looking at it from the commercial side, they are growing at 27%. US commercial, we already mentioned, they grow at 40%. Government revenue is the one that's not so impressive. I still looking for them to grow faster, getting a lot of contracts or huge contracts, but somehow it's quite quiet. Okay, this 1 or 2 quarters, the big ones that I think you all hear is the Titan contract, the UK NHS contract. These are the few big ones, and of course the Ukraine contract also. Yeah, but it's still quite slow. Okay, I still expect some higher one in the future lah. Yeah, so government revenue growth about 16%, and in terms of the US side, okay, only grow around 12%. So it's not really that fast. Okay, on this side, okay, this US government segment, it's a little bit disappointing lah. Yeah. So in total, if you take the total commercial growth of 27% and you plus the total government revenue growth of 16%, so that's why in total, okay, they only managed to grow 21%. But nonetheless, okay, it's still quite a high growth, okay, considered for 20% year over year. But now, if you look at numbers just like that, yeah, it's quite impressive, okay, to look at it. Yeah, there's growth, percentage and stuff, but it won't give you the whole total picture of what's really happening. So this graph here will tell you what's happening with Palantir. Now, previously that Palantir is growing, but they were growing at a declining rate. Right, so at that time, if you all still remember 2022, the market suddenly realizes that their growth had been slowing down. That's why, they re-rated Palantir and the share price dropped. Okay, but starting from quarter 2 2023, okay, you can see that they only achieve around 13% growth, which is really, really very sad. Okay. But okay, for the next 3 quarters, you can see they start to grow, but not only grow, but what we call accelerating growth. They grow by 12%, 16%, 19%, and now close to 21%. Yeah. And do you know why? And this is because of Q2 2023, around this time, they launched AIP. Okay, they launched AIP product, and not only that, they also start their go-to market strategy of using AIP bootcamp. So since then, you can see they get a lot of growth from the commercial side, and the commercial side starts to support, okay, on the government growth. Yeah. So up to this point, you can see they have a very healthy gross profit margin. All right, you can see around 78 to 80%. It's a very high gross profit margin. And net profit margin, the yellow color one, is also quite impressive. Also growing at an accelerating rate. Right, you can see here 3%, 5%, 12%, 15%, 16%. Yeah, for a business with a high gross profit margin, and the net profit margin keep on increasing every quarter, it's a impressive business. Yeah. And because of this is what I call they have operating leverage. Yeah. So what I meant by operating leverage is this. You can see this blue color line. This blue color line is what we call the operating expenses. Their operating expenses has always been maintaining flat, same, no increase, all right, and then no major decrease. But the thing is this, they managed to grow their revenue, all right, despite the operating expenses is at the same, which means what? They get to do more and more with less resources. And because of this, all right, it will contribute to the bottom line. And that's why you can see their net income and the operating income also increases. And because of this, if you look at the net income, incredible. Yeah. Their latest quarter, the Q1 2024, their net income grew by 528%. And this is not error. This is not an error. Why? Because if you compare Q1 2024 against their Q1 2023, right? Because Q1 2023 is only 16.8 million. Now they are able to generate 105 million. That's why it's around 528% growth. You can see, okay, they are growing up here already. And they have been profitable for 6 quarters already. Now, total customers. Yeah. Ever since the launch of AIP and the AIP bootcamp, right? Before that, they've been struggling to get new customers. Okay. They are growing, but then, at a declining rate also. They're growing, but at a declining rate. Ever since they have launched this AIP bootcamp, you can see starting this Q2 and Q3, yeah, the customers start to grow at an accelerating rate already. They grow at 34% and 35% on the previous quarter. And now in total customers, which means the government side and also the commercial side, they are now growing at 42%. So this is really very impressive. Yeah. So let's go through the earnings call right now, okay, and dig out, okay, what else that we need to know about this company for this quarter. Number one, AIP bootcamps are accelerating their commercial business. Yeah. Ryan Taylor, the Chief Revenue Officer and of course the Chief Legal Officer also, you know what he says? He says that AIP is driving the momentum, and they currently right now they are growing very strongly in the US. Right? There's a lot of demand in AIP right now. And then, this strategy is, of course, succeeding and is accelerating. Now, this is true. If you see from our graph, you can see that, like for example, this one, previously, the customers here, they're accelerating. You can see net income, everything is getting better. So there's some truth in what he's saying. Yeah. And with regards to lending customers, yep, quite impressive because of the amount of bootcamps they have done in this last quarter. They have met with 915 organizations. Okay. And not only that, you must understand, last time Palantir's sales cycle is really very long. Okay, to close one customer, they may need to take 3, 6, or even 9 months. Some even take more than 1 year. But because of this AIP bootcamp, you can see we are already seeing substantial deal cycle compression, which means what? The sales cycle compressed, which means they can convert a customer very fast. So they give us a few examples. Like this leading utility company signed a 7 deal, okay, just 5 days after completing a bootcamp. So that means it's really impressive. In just 5 days, after they attended the bootcamp, in just 5 days, hey, they closed a 7-figure deal. That's like more than 10 million. Yeah, it's a very big number. And then another customer immediately signed a paid engagement after they just attend 1 day of their bootcamp. And after they undergo this paid engagement, 3 weeks later, they sign up a 7-figure deal. So we can see that this is working. Okay, the IIP bootcamp, and what else? They decrease their sales cycle. And what else is we need to know here? Yeah, the AIP bootcamp has now become their go-to market motion. So in 1 to 5 days with the bootcamp, we are able to do what used to take 3 months. This is what I meant. What last time I need to close my customer, I need 3 months. But now I only need to take 1 to 5 days. And we are seeing customers shortly after bootcamp sign 7-figure deals. Why is that? It's because during the bootcamp, they're able to show them how AIP can help them by using their customers' real-life company data, and on that spot, show them the solution. And that's why they are so convinced, and that's why they can close so quickly, right? So yes, we closed 136 deals. This one I already shared it earlier just now. Yeah. Okay. So in summary, okay, for this AIP bootcamp has already helped close more customers. They help reduce their sales cycle. We already can see one customer sign 7-figure deal in just after 5 days, and another one in just 3 weeks. So this bootcamp tells us that Palantir can help solve their unique problem by using their real company data. Yeah, so this bootcamp reduce the corporate friction, which means the company's reluctance for change. I managed to convince them. Yeah, so not bad. And then another thing that we managed to dig out is this. Shyam Senka and then later on Alex Cup, they have been telling us actually quite a few times already. If you read for the last few quarters, they have been emphasizing that there are no other companies that are able to create the same software like them. So indirectly, they're actually telling us there are no other competitors. So Shyam Senka said we are really the only company to figure out how to help our companies get beyond chat. Okay, and then where they can do everything, and then structure into actions and outputs that can drive economic value, which means what their software can deliver results. In short, in summary, yeah, this is what they can do. Then Alex Cup, after Shyam Senka doing his talk, and then Alex Cup add some more. So listen to me, Alex Cup said, I don't believe we have competitors. I don't believe in US commercial and in the US government we have competition. And this is how confident it is. So he say if we have competition, okay, then if sorry, not to say that. I mean, he says that that's why they have the best product. They have no competition. That's why both countries, Ukraine and Israel, bought their product. So if they buy the product, that means they are the best of the best, okay, and then they can deliver results. All right. And then one good thing here is that, for AI to work, they have this technology, what we call the ontology. Now, in this short video, I can only simplify to tell you this. This ontology technology is where they can take any data, any format from anywhere from your company, okay, into one single place, and then they can display it out. Okay, display it out, okay, into a manner that is actionable. Okay, they can deliver results on. So somehow this ontology here, only Palantir has it. Yeah, so this is what that differentiates them. All right. So let's have a summary. CEO and the CTO are fairly confident there are no other companies like them. So in short, okay, what I want to tell you guys is if this is true, I just take it with a pinch of salt what they say. But if this is true, all right, we are potentially looking at investing in a monopoly company with a very strong moat, okay, that can win customers and protect the business growth for a long time. So I've been reading for the past many quarters already. Okay, I've been actually following Palantir for close to actually 2 years. If you want to say 2 years, yes, 2 years already. I've been reading a lot of the earnings call. They have keep on saying, there are no other software like that. There are no other companies that can do what they do and stuff. But looking at currently looking at the results they are generating, the amount of customers they are winning, I can roughly say, okay, that what they are saying is quite true. Okay, but again, all right, we still need to continue to monitor, continue to follow up to really see that what they say is true. Yeah, let's go. The next one. So other information. The other information is this. I think a lot of you want to know why the share price dropped 15%. You have listened to me to share their financial results, and the earnings call. They have been performing quite well. But why drop? One very simple reason. It's because the management gave a guidance that's lower than what the market expects. That's why. So quarter one 2024 is done. So they give guidance for quarter two 2024. They gave around this revenue range. And for financial year, the whole financial year of 2024, right? They give this revenue, okay, on 2.677 billion to 2.689 billion. But just looking at these numbers, it tell you nothing. Then why you say that the guidance is weaker, and then why the market don't really like it and it drops? It's very simple. You look at the slide, Now you will understand, okay, what the market is looking at. Quarter two 20, you see, they give quarter two 2024 revenue. Okay, quarter two 2024 revenue is this revenue here. So I just take the middle, the average one. So quarter two 2024 revenue is 651 million. So you want to compare, what is this growth? You compare on quarter two 2023. So when you compare, actually, for the next quarter, the management is only forecasting or giving a guidance, okay, that they can only grow at 22% year over year. And if you compare the whole financial year, okay, financial 2024, the revenue they expect to achieve is 2.683 billion. But financial year 2023 had just over. And at that time, they hit 2.225 billion. But if you calculate it, it means in 2024, the management is only guiding a 20.58% year-on-year growth. So of course, the market is not really like this growth rate, because Palantir currently right now is quite expensive. All right, it has been going up, and then the market actually were forecasting. They were quite confident. Okay, they were expecting that with AIP and AIP bootcamp, right, they can grow faster, and the valuation was really very, very sky high. So even a little bit, right, of disappointment, and then the market will definitely just throw the price up. Okay, so this is the reason why it drops 15%. Okay, the market are not happy that the management only say that they can grow at 20%. All right, so I think the market was really, expecting at a 25 to 30% growth for the whole of financial 2024 lah, because of AIP and AIP bootcamp. Okay, and perhaps another potential government contract for this year. Yeah, but that's why they are disappointed. The share price drop. Yeah. So valuation, very, very simple. So for Palantir, I use price to sales. Okay, because I'm valuing the amount of their sales because they are still growing. Right. So price to sales ratio, you times the revenue per share and you will get the share price. So despite dropping until $21.40, right, the average price to sales ratio, the average is 14.78 times, which is actually still quite expensive. Okay, still quite expensive. Okay, so currently at this price, 21.40, right, it's actually at the 22 price to sales. Okay, it's a very sky high valuation. So if we take on the average, the market actually were willing to pay around $14.78. Okay, so we just times it, 14.78 times their revenue per share. The revenue per share currently is 1.07 right now. So if you times it, okay, the price is 1580. Okay, 1580 right now. All right, so I do not know if you guys agree with my valuation. All right, so do drop a comment down below and share with me what is your valuation, okay, or what is the multiple that you were expecting, okay, from Palantir. All right, I'll be happy to reply and help you guys. Yeah, so let's go through the summary, okay, before we end this video. So I still feel that the thesis is intact and is actually improving. Financials are improving. I already showed you guys earlier. Commercial business are accelerating. The customer count is growing also. With AIP bootcamp, they can now reach a wider market, and they also manage to reduce their sales cycle, which means they can get faster sales. All right, AIP bootcamp will be their growth driver, okay, for this year lah. Yeah, and then not only that, yes, okay, through this earnings call, there are potential signs that Palantir is actually a monopoly, okay, because there are no other software companies that can do things like them lah. Yeah, but we still need to continue to verify. Right? So I say it's only a potential. And of course, finally, despite dropping right now, I still feel, okay, that it's still an expensive valuation. Okay, still expensive valuation, but that doesn't mean that the share price won't continue to go up. All right, because as expensive valuation, okay, if Palantir for the next few quarters they can continue, all right, to how to say go above expectations, okay, and perform better, then the expensive valuation is justified. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Okay, I give you a clear picture of what's happening with Palantir. And you have any questions you want to ask about their business, to drop, okay, to ask your questions, okay, in the comments below, and I'll be answering you. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.